Good day, everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be analyzing a game between Wesley So and Nordibek abdusatarrov at the 2025 Squinfield Cup. This game, apart from the chess quality that this game possesses, is also the importance of this game. If if Wesley So didn't go on to win this game, if he had drawn this game, he wouldn't have had the chance to play in the tie breaks he played against Prague and Karana, and eventually winning the tournament. Just to show the importance of this game. So we'll get right into it. So Wesley So opens with e4, Nordibek replies with e5, and they transpose quickly into the Italian game. Now, after that, we have the 2-knight defense. Because brings out the knights, we have the 2 knights defense. Now, in the game, quickly transposed to Italian game, 2-knight defense, open variation. Now, quickly, it takes the pawn, and the game transported to the Scotch gambit, and Debureti defense. Now, instead of just taking the pawn back and just trading pieces, White decided to push his pawn, and Black replies by also pushing his pawn forward, attacking the bishop. The bishop points the knight at the edge, and then the right retreats. And White decided to castle. Now you notice something, that the knight is attacked twice, and White can just, Black can take one of the knights, but he can't actually. First, because one of the knights is pinned, and also because the queen is still at the middle of the board. These are grandmasters; they don't want to be making, simple blunders at the beginning of the game. So, Black plays e7. It takes the knight, the exchange pieces, and then White decided to take the pawn at the center of the board. Now you can notice something, that the pawn at c6 is hanging, right? So you can decide to defend it by just retreating with your bishop, or retreating with your knight or defending with your bishop. Now Nordibek decided to defend with his knight. So after that, White plays c3, and then Black decided to castle. Then White moved forward with f3. Then I think this was the turning game. This was what changed the game. Now, what the computer was saying after White played the queen f3 was you're supposed to push your pawn forward like this, and when just everything gets developed, you put your knight. This one gets developed. Everything gets developed, and the game continues. Everything gets developed, and the game continues like this. You have something like this, but Nordibek chose something different. He defended the pawn with, he just built his bishop. He's just telling Alireza, just take my bishop, but instead Alireza reroutes with his knight to e2, and White defends the bishop with his queen. Then he sidesteps. Then also, one thing you'll notice is the Black king had to move to h8. That's because you don't want to see this move on the board. You don't want to see, let's say you play a random move, like let's say you just play this. You don't want to see this on the board, because already it's just losing. You can't defend with any of your pieces. You just have to give up your rook. On that how many moves you've lost your rook, and the game is already losing. So instead, he sidesteps, and then now it's White's turn to play. He plays f4. Now, one thing you notice, Black push his pawn to attack White knight. So White can retreat or just take the bishop. So he just takes the bishop. We exchange pieces, and then White decided to do something. He pushed his pawn forward. He's just offering his pawn. Will he take it or not? Let's see. Now, Nordibek decided to push his pawn forward. Now, instead, what he should have done here is he should have taken. Then Black would have, best move for White in this position would have done something like this. Then you have something like this. You have something like this on the board. Now you will not take. You do like simple deal, and you exchange pieces, and Black is fine in this position, absolutely fine, nothing wrong with this position. But instead, let me back step a bit. Instead, decided to push. Now, it just opens ways, just creates new attacks for white. Then he moves to h3, attacks the pawn. The pawn is being attacked now. Now he could have just brought his knight and defended the pawn, but instead he pushed this rook forward. Then what do you do when you have a rook stand? You just attack it. Attacks this rook. He has to move back. Then he moves his knight to d3. Then black brings out his knight that has been sleeping at the edge of the board ever since. Now, one thing that you always stay in your chess, make sure your rooks are connected, and white just did that, connected both rooks. Now, and also while connecting both rooks, it prevented black from the vision of black knight, but black still chose to move the bishop forward. And then there's an exchange of piece here. Then white starts to attacks. Now how will black reply? Let's say black doubles, and obviously with this kind of move, you already know what white is about to do. He wants to double up. He pushes the pawn. Then white doubles rooks. Then it creates space for the king. And the next move is just white is just trying to maneuver. Moves for centers the queen. They are just trying to maneuver. Then black offers a pawn. Hopefully, maybe was thinking that when he offers the pawn, you'll be able to create a loophole in the position and win his pawn back, and maybe try to create a better position for him. Then white took the pawn. He attacks the pawn, but knight can defend easily. Then he just starts stepping. Now you just notice something in the next couple of moves. Black doesn't have any move. He's just moving back and forth, and that gave black time to just run his king rather to the other side of the board. Just see, moving his queen slowly. He got here eventually. That was the crazy thing about chess. All these pieces couldn't do anything. You just walked it over to the other side of the board. See what he did. Took it from this side, walked, got to this side without doing anything. And it's clear what white wants to do. He wants to attack. Now the next thing is to attack. Now let's say how you do it. He pushes his pawn, but before attacking, he defends it. But defends it again twice. Then he push. Now what black is saying is, instead of just open up position by just taking, just try to keep this place, the h file closed, and let's open up the f file. So black takes with his rook, white takes the exchange. But instead of white taking here, if you are taking, you'll be able to win tempo by attacking. Black will be able to win tempo by attacking the queen with the rook. So instead, he brings his other rook, attacks it, he defends. But instead, he just instead of taking it, he just moves closer when this the body, white moves to c6. That way, he is able to attack this c5 pawn. He's able to attack it, then makes an improving move. Then instead of taking it, because black didn't defend, instead of him just taking the pawn, he attacks it again. Now white defended it. Then white just carry his queen back to behind the pawn. White makes a move. White is already like this. He's already losing. But instead of just going out, you try to fight. White started making maneuvers. Attack the e6 pawn. White attacks it. Black defends it, but something happens when you defend it this way. The back rank, you are also defending the back rank. The back rank is not defended, and it can just attack you through that place. Now it gives black a check. Black defends with his bishop. Then he pushes this pawn. Now what he's trying to say is he's trying to deflect the queen. Now already at this position, I can tell you that Nordibek abdusatarrov resigned. But we just try to since everyone is learning how to play chess, I'll just try to show you what will happen if he decides not to resign. Now let's say he had taken this pawn. White would have given him this check. He will move forward. Then you have this. Then you will trade this piece. Now just look at one thing. There's this pawn. This a pawn will be able to roam freely. Unstoppable pawn. Very, very much unstoppable. Nobody can stop it. And then it will be able to win. I mean, this game is 100% winning. So this is just the game that made that gave Wesley So a fighting chance against Prague and Karana. If he had lost this game, that would be the end of his Squinfield Cup. But he won and eventually went on to win the Squinfield Cup 2025. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Please like, comment, subscribe to this YouTube channel. You'll be seeing more of me. You'll be seeing more of my content. So yeah, I just want you to do that because you'll be seeing more of me. And also, I want to also say that the FIDE Switch Grand Chess Tour will be starting on the 4th of September. I just wanted to please subscribe to this channel because I'll be analyzing a lot of games that went on throughout the tournament. You love my analysis about the tournament, and I don't want you to miss out. Eventually, I don't want you to miss out. You might be a beginner, you learn a thing or two from this analysis. So yeah, make sure you also subscribe, and you can comment on this video. So yeah, have a good day. Let's go.